What's up YouTube? Una here to bring you another OPTC video, and today we're going to do the 60 stamina with Kuma. So he's kind of like the new raid boss, and he rocks. You need to run him a million times over, and we're just going to pick a Marco friend for the orb boost as well as the heal up, because when you do that Enel special, you're going to lose a lot of health. And I just put together a free-to-play team here. I wish I had better orb manipulators. I mean, I could make such a better team if I was allowed to use non-free-to-play units, and I would, but I always want to make sure that I have at least one free-to-play guide for you guys out there. This is who I'd recommend. And we got really wrecked on RNG here because that is a lot of units on a one-turn cooldown. So what we're going to do is just, honestly, we're going to do our best here. We're going to take him out, and you have to be careful because the auto-target on this is so garbage. Crap, I screwed up. So he's going to attack, and then he's going to basically enrage everybody. So everybody goes on a one-turn cooldown. You're never going to get more than just, you know, one turn of stalling here on this level. But even if you do get hit, I mean, I could take probably more hits than just General Zombie. I think I'd take one or two. And you can still, even with Enel's heal, you'll still be fine. So that's why one Enel and then one, you know, higher damage unit like Marco is so much better than double Enel, because double Enel, you just... Okay, so it makes these earlier rounds easy, but there's no point to him later on. Like once you get better at auto targeting, like obviously I suck at it, as you just saw, you don't need Enel, double Enel. You just need a single Enel. So I don't know if that made any sense, but basically don't run double Enel because you need a very specific orb luck to get double Enel, like a double burst round to work. And then you have to bring like a Hina who doesn't hit very hard, and you need units to hit really hard because Enel's captain ability is only 2.25, which is it's just kind of garbage, honestly. Because basically with Kuma, you have to wreck him, like just absolutely wreck him in the 4 rounds that you're granted when you go in to battle him. Is there any way to target both of these? There you go. And another thing too, I think I mentioned it earlier, but just the auto target is absolute garbage in this stage. Take this guy out. There we go. And just kind of take your max turn stalls. I guess you don't. I guess I'm making it look a lot more like dramatic than it really needs to be, because you don't need to stall on these levels at all. Because with Enel and the Penguin, you stall infinity times here on stage 4, and this is the last time that you'll really kind of screw up. So what I'd recommend is just using your Penguin and a regular attack dude, and then just make sure that you take out these units here. And you don't even need to finish your attacks. You can just let them attack and then miss, and it'll take them out every time. Better eat some meat, cuz. Okay. And then you just kind of keep hitting your Penguin and then stall. I guess I'll take out one of these guys because there's no point to having to watch the animation of 2 guys. And this is it. So I will actually stall all the way up for Marco. So you see he's on 12 turns entering now. This is, I just don't like this team because I think it takes like, I don't know, anywhere from like, I don't know, it just depends, like anywhere from like 6 to 8 minutes to do this, but you can do Thatch in like 2.5, 3 minutes. So like literally you will have a max Kuma 2 to 3 times faster with like a Thatch and Enel Marco, which are all rare recruits. Like I get it, like don't get me wrong, I understand that sometimes if you just don't have the units, you don't have the units, but if you do, this is just not a very good way to go, because it takes forever. But it'll work, I promise you it'll work, guys. And I'm really hoping, so what happens is when you get to Kuma, he's just going to wipe the floor with one of your units. So you say I have 12, 128 health right now, that's going to go down if the Von Cuff goes off, because you just lose her, like as if you didn't even have her on the team, as if you entered with like an incomplete team. So hopefully he wipes out the Penguin, because then I have 5 units, but you could still totally rock this even with just 4 units. And you'll notice I also put my Lucci on the right side, so that if the Penguin goes, I get the matching orbs on those 3 units, because there's no point to putting Lucci on the left, because matching orb on a Penguin would not help at all. It wouldn't even be matching technically. Alright, so I've got 2 turns left, so now is the turn to go. I'm really hoping for an orb on Lucci or an RCV orb, and I'll have full matching orbs. Nope, didn't get it. If he takes out the Penguin though, please take out the Penguin. Can you please just take out the Penguin? could make my life so much better. Yes! And like I said, you can still do it without the penguin, but I am going to... Should I do Lucci? Yeah, I'm going to do Lucci. We're going now. So for your burst round, you activate your Lucci to hopefully get at least... You want at least 4 matching orbs, and like I said, you can still do it without the penguin, but it's hard to get those 4 matching orbs. Always activate your Enel first. If you activate your Marco first, like, you're going to be slapping your head like, oh, I'm so stupid. Because the reality is then you can't heal back up to get Marcos, or, you know, if this were Boa, you know, assistant, like, you wouldn't be able to get their health bonus from attacking. Marco is preferred to Boa just because of that orb boost, so you get 2 rounds of orb boost. So I am going to attack. What order do I want to attack? Let's go in this order here. Attack with him, our man Ganfall, Enel, and then Marco. And we've got most of his health, like, which seems really awesome, but you need to be really, really careful because, like, you just don't do as much damage here because you don't have many orb controllers. When you don't have a rare recruit like Thatch or something like that, that will really, really help out. So, okay, I got my 2 orbs there, so we will go ahead and activate our Ganfall to boost them. And I suspect this will push him out. Like I said, you could always bring like a Kaku or something like that too to have those boosted as well. But, you know, like, it's just a really easy raid boss. Like, this is probably the hardest team you could go against him, but it'll still, you'll see it still just wrecks him. Boop. Just gotta make sure you hit your hits here. There we go. And that's it, guys. That's 60 stamina Kuma. Really, really easy. Like I said, you can play around with Hina, Kaku. You don't need a Marco friend. You can do, you know, a double Enel. It's just, you probably want some rare recruits. So if you're going to bring a double Enel, make sure you have the rare recruits that can manipulate and block the orbs to make a double Enel work. Because if you just rely on RNG, you could get wrecked, which is not a good farming strategy. Hope is not a good strategy. So hopefully you guys, hopefully that helps you guys out. Good luck with your farming, guys. Una out.